So if you watch my stories, you've heard me talk about these Bobbi Brown shimmer sticks. I really do think these are on another level when it comes to the shimmer. It's basically like glitter packed in here, but it's not uncomfortable on the eyes, which is a really big deal. But I've been wanting to use this color. It's definitely a purple with a gold flip situation. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm looking forward to it. Start with a little bit of our full coverage concealer. There's a ruckus going on. Can you believe it? A ruckus and a snore in this house. Now I know that I don't really want to put this wet base under this or this on top of the wet base. So I'm not gonna put this on my lid. We're gonna do some kind of purpley shades in our crease. So we'll just kind of stop about right there. This is gonna be fun, my friends. I'm gonna try to not get too feral. Proceeds to get very feral, but let's see. I don't wanna say that because maybe this will be feral and maybe it won't. But we'll start with this really pretty sequin and press that onto the brow bone just to kind of highlight. Add a little bit of the sparkle there. Big fan of this. I like keeping to the more blue purples as opposed to the more red purples. See what's going on there? That one's got some red. So let's start with this shade. And I am gonna switch to a smaller brush. Whenever I don't know what the heck's going on. Oh, that's so nice and pigmented. Oh, hey, I remember one time I mentioned this about certain colors being a little bit more delicate, and I don't remember where I read it, but somebody was being mean to me on one of the apps, probably, or not app, but one of the things, maybe Reddit, saying that that is just silly, but it's a real thing. It's a real thing. People aren't as mean these days. I feel like I've been around so long that everybody's maybe understanding that I never ever had ill intentions, but that one stuck with me. But I'm saying all of that to tell you that you do want to be a little bit more delicate with really intense purples. They really are softer and harder to blend, and really they're easy to overblend. So that's why I like to switch to a small brush and just do these little pressing motions at first. Please be nice to me. So we're still using the E27, but I love the idea of kind of using, see how it's kind of at this angle? I'm gonna flip it upside down essentially, and I could just lightly go, let me make sure this stays in focus, just lightly go back and forth just to kind of transition that top part. I know I'm gonna transition a warm shade in here so it doesn't go too feral, but I wanted to at least start a transition, and just by flipping the brush, and just lightly going back and forth. I'm holding the brush very far back so I have very, very light pressure. And we'll just get a kind of a transition started. This is serious. Listen, this might be my new favorite bronzer, powder bronzer, I should say. Laura Geller, I don't even know if these are released, and I might get in trouble for saying this. I should probably go check before I post this. By the time I post this, we'll know if I can post it or not. Maybe I'll just have bronzer on, you won't know where it came from. No, I'll figure it out for my friends. This baked bronzer, I just think it looks so good. I'm gonna put it on later, but right now, I'm actually gonna take it and start to transition this purple crease with it. And I'm just gonna take a small brush at first and just push it into the blue. I just feel like this is so buildable, and since it is baked, it just looks so, well, as natural as a bronzer can look. Then we'll come back in with our fluffier E29. We'll make everything become friends with some nice little tapping motions, but now we're not applying as much because we switched to that fluffier brush. And this is kind of your melter. It just gets in there and has everything become friends, melts everything into one another. I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of that pink brow bone shade, bring that back out. I feel like that's something that I never understood. I thought that once the colors were on my eyes, they were just there. But don't be afraid to come back in and do a couple little touch-ups. I'm actually gonna grab, remember this shade? I'm gonna grab that on the other side of this brush. And you can even take that in here. Hang on, I was holding two brushes and it was caught. push that back in there. Just don't be afraid to kind of make everything become friends again and build back on all of these colors. I feel like it's really what melts everything together. I'm gonna take a little bit of this purple on the fluffy brush, and I'm gonna add a little bit of that into the socket as well. I feel like it was going a little blue. Let's just bring it back just a whisper. Look at the difference already. Just a wispity wisp of the purple. Do y'all want to know why it was pulling really blue? Now, do understand some of us see colors a little bit differently, but this isn't a purple palette, and there's quite a bit of purple there. But when here, I'll do it this way. When we isolate it and put it next to orange bronzer, now that might not just be the most true orange, but it's definitely has the orange in it. When they contrast each other and they're side by side like that, I don't even see the purple anymore whatsoever. So all of that, yeah, this is color theory. Now remember how I mentioned we didn't want to put down a wet base? It's okay to use a little bit of a powder base. And I don't need this to be extra pigmented. I really just want to tint my lid essentially for the sparkles that are coming. I'm so excited. Because if you've noticed, there isn't a really heavy base when it comes to these. Oh, I even like the packaging, it's sparkly. So just tinting a little bit. So don't be afraid to get in here and just put a little powder down, but you do want to keep it really, really thin because then we could dull the sparkle. Just think of the powder as a tint. I will say I do keep the little cap here. I do find that it's going to keep it fresher and I guess keep the mixing. Think of it as a mixing medium holding all of this together so it keeps it nice and fresh. This is going to be the shade Brilliant Violet, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw that on. How pretty is that, my friends? Just exceptional. Now I will actually let's grab an E26. And I'm just gonna push that into the socket. And it completely dries down. It's having a hard time picking it up. I think you can see it there. That is actual purple in it. These are even better in person. This is the first time my light is having a hard time picking up how incredible it really is. I'm gonna mix these two shades, and I'm even gonna add it just on the outer part. I actually love doing this. Kind of mixing that super powdery matte into the glitter, but just on the outer part. It's tidy. I'm gonna take the fluffy brush and the micellar water, just start to fluff this away. And whenever I know I don't want to just have an extremely sharp edge, I'm actually going to clean up with the E29. That way I melt edges instead of going, Eep. Because I think it'd be fun to kind of melt this in a second and completely into the foundation. I am going to I don't even want to tell you what part I'm doing off camera. I'm going to get foundation on and then I got to practice some stuff. But we'll be back to melt around the edges. I'm not leaving yet. I really don't want to do a wing, but I still want some depth out here on my outer lash line. So I'm going to take my 24/7 liquid stick. I'm probably saying that wrong. Am I? 24/7? No, I had it right. Felt wrong. This is the brown one. It's called Brown Noise. And there you go. Just create a little bit of depth. You look straight ahead so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Let's do a little star catcher moment. These are Lily lashes. Yay, that's nice. And that's going on the skin right above my lashes. And I'm just gonna clamp it down. I wanna do some color theory. Y'all see the green, right? I think you do by now. A little bit of red. And it's actually too light for me. I feel like that's something that could be a little confusing. We don't realize that a lot of the times the foundations are too light. That'll do. I actually love these Miron cream blend sticks. This is shade medium 2. So I definitely wanted to make that one work for me. Since I'm gonna film one of the parts off camera, I thought we could just do this too. I don't think it'll ever get old for me. Look at that difference. I just love it. Okay, I'm back. I can't tell you really what happened, but you'll see soon enough. And actually, by the time I post this, it might be released, so I'll label what it is if that's the case. This brush is coming very soon, and I'm just using my Givenchy pressed powder. Grab that award-winning C40.5 Women's Health Best Makeup Brush. This is that bronzer, the Laura Geller one. I'm using shade medium. Oh, and I didn't set the perimeter of my face. I love this bronzer because it is baked, so it really does understand going on top of wet foundation, because remember, baked makeup was once in a wet state. So if you struggle with kind of patchy bronzer, I do find these to just be a little bit easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and connect that. Isn't that cool to watch? Let's bring it back in here a little bit more. I feel like this almost needs to be posted on Feral Monday, but I feel like I can get a little bit more feral for Monday. So this will be a not so tame Tuesday. Let's finish up our eye. Another Urban Decay 24/7 stick. Liquid stick. I feel like that's what I'm leaving out. That feels right. This is, did I say it's Fluid Fig? Yeah, I think I did, just in case. This is gonna make my eyes look a little bit more green. And that is from the red that's in the purple. Okay, and then before it sets, E26 to really smudge it and get it into the lashes and connect to the waterline. Still trying to figure out what color I want to do the lips, but I thought we could just kind of brighten with this pink shade. Big fan of that. I'm just nitpicking. We're gonna take this fluffy, the puff brush side of our D1. Ooh, by the time I post this, it's probably announced that it's back in stock. And I'm just gonna melt this edge a little bit more. I love when things kind of sit within the face, especially towards the edges. It's one of my favorite things. All right, let's go on our lip journey. This is a Makeup by Mario lip pencil. This is the shade Lauren. That's nice. I like it. And I want to keep with this kind of milky overtone situation we got going on here. So this is a gloss from Blend Bunny, and the shade is In the Flesh. I'm a big fan of this gloss. All right, my friends, this is our finished look. I like where we ended. I'm excited to tell you what's all going on underneath there. Thank you for watching these long tutorials. I really enjoy doing them. I've been doing them since 2018 now, and I just feel like they're part of my entire existence. And they really just bring me so much peace, so I hope they bring you a little bit of peace. I love you with all my heart. Until the next video, bye for now.